Hello everyone, welcome to Pop Around channel and welcome to our Scotland series. We explored Glencoe previously. First we went to Loch Acheachtan, walked along the river to the Aros Waterfall and visited the Harry Potter's Hagrid's Hut filming location. Then we took the woodland walk route on our way back to the car park. Got drenched and sought shelter at Glencoe Visitor Centre. We've also visited the Three Sisters Mountain. Today we drove further up north to Fort William, which is a very beautiful town in the western Scottish Highlands. The town's located at the foot of the UK's highest mountain, Ben Nevis. There's a lot you can do here, from cruising, kayaking, paddleboarding, cycling and hiking. For a shorter route, you can take a walk on the Cow Hill circuit to the viewpoint, or you can challenge yourself by going further to the summit of Ben Nevis, which is 1,345 meters above the sea level. However, if you're not up for an extreme hike, the gondola can actually take you halfway up Ben Nevis, so it can take you from 100 to 650 meters up this UK's highest mountain and save you quite a bit of time and sweat. We're not going to explore Ben Nevis today because we have to move forward to the Isle of Mull. Another interesting option is to take a scenic ride on an 84-mile round trip known as the Greatest Railway Journey from here. You can follow the link in the description for more information. We're going to take a shorter ferry crossing at Corran, which is around 5 minutes over Lochaline, and drive along the west of the loch to take another ferry crossing at Lochaline to the Isle of Mull. This has been a very enjoyable ride so far, even though it hasn't been very sunny. We're the only car on the road, the landscape is very stunning, and we've also seen a herd of deer on the way, which is very, very awesome. Other than taking the ferry, you can also arrive on the Isle of Mull by plane. As you can see here, our hotel is located right at the back of the Glenforsa airfield, which is a very, very fantastic location for a plane lover like my husband. Glenforsa Hotel is a cabin-style accommodation. They serve quite delicious meals. This is actually where I get to try the haggis for the first time, and in my opinion it's not too bad really. In fact, it tasted quite nice. However, there are a few downsides from my experience. The first thing is the water can look a bit yellow because they have their own system. Even though they said it's drinkable, we still had to build up some courage to drink it. Second thing is that we can hear an adjacent room a little too well. There were a family with little kids who happened to stomp around, jumping up and down the beds a lot. Although I didn't feel the same with the other adjacent room, we could hear nearly every word they said in that specific room where the family of at least 3 kids stayed in at the time. So that was really awkward. But because they didn't make noise all night, so that made it slightly tolerable. Apart from the slightly awkward experience at the hotel, we woke up to a very rainy day, but the bunnies we saw in the field just in front of the hotel have compensated our frustration. So we decided to come out for an exploration anyway, thinking, the rain might ease and we'd have some clear sky by the afternoon. But turned out it was raining heavily all day, all the way to the next day, but I was glad we get to explore a little bit anyway.
There's a sheep.
Today we're just testing the water by doing a loop around the central bit of Mull, and it actually took longer than we thought. Not only because of the infrastructure, but also because every now and again we have roadblocks. It was very funny when a herd of cows decided to block the road and stayed there. We didn't really know what to do because we didn't want to aggravate Mr. Extra Large Bull over there, because Mr. Biggie here is actually as big as our car. We tried to honk the horns, we tried to negotiate with them.
Hello there. Hi. Wait. Hello. It's backing up actually. Hold my head up. Oh, that's not an invitation. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Shoo means go.
But no matter what we did, they didn't seem to move. But fortunately, just a little while later, someone who knew how to deal with them came by and rescued the inexperienced road users like us. Thanks to them.
Nearly there. Is she pregnant? I wonder.
Lambing season is years.
The drive around Mull is pretty spectacular actually, even though most of the roads are single file and the weather is mostly very wet. We can still enjoy the sceneries, which would probably be really astounding if it wasn't raining. The Glenforsa hotel gave us a free map of Mull, which was very interesting and useful. We've discovered that the island is absolutely scenic even in the rain as we drive around the island in such a drenched condition. I would definitely recommend spending time exploring Mull on foot on drier days because there are so many interesting spots. Although we saw many potentials here, it's a shame we couldn't really enjoy them or soak in such spectacular sceneries due to heavy rain. Although driving on Mull can be slightly challenging because most of the roads are single file, but I can guarantee that the landscape you will see on the island drive can be very rewarding. On the next day, we were advised by the hotel staff to go to the Hyde in Fishnish if we wanted to spot some otters, so that's where we're heading to first thing in the morning. While my husband is in the Hyde waiting for the otter to show up, I decided to take the opportunity while it's not raining to send the drone up around this area, and Fishnish Bay did not fail me because the view is just breathtaking and it's very peaceful. I wish I can spend more time here without the rain. And about 100 meters away from the Hyde, there is a coastal walk that, although it goes along the coast, is covered by woodland. And the coast is not visible along the path. It is more of a very green woodland walk, which could be very interesting if you want to take a break from the coastline and open sceneries. The woodland ground is covered by moss. We found quite a lot of fungi, and we actually discovered spring water on this path as well. So it is quite interesting, but this path is definitely not one that you can enjoy a scenic coastal walk. Back in the hide, an hour came and gone, yet other than a few birds, we couldn't see any otters. So we decided to take off to the little scenic village called Salen. Only a few minutes walk from the village central to Salen Bay. These shipwrecks make the scenery very photogenic, and in my opinion, the picturesque Salen Bay is a perfect spot for a photo shoot. Back in the central, it's a Sunday, so obviously there isn't much going on here at all.
Oh, there it is, Salen.
So we're gonna walk up to the Salen Pier, which is only about 16 minutes from the central part of the village. So let's have a look and see what's up there. And as we're approaching the pier, we spotted a bird of prey sitting on that cable post, which although we couldn't catch it on camera well enough, in my opinion, it looks a bit like a buzzard. What do you think? Please leave me a comment and let me know what you think it is. Where we're standing now is actually the old pier. The actual working pier is a bit further up, which is one on the right edge there if you could see it in the camera. Now another wildlife we can see standing on those old pier posts are the cormorants. They're pretty funny because every once in a while other cormorants fly in and push the other residents off the post just like that. Every now and again the neighboring cormorants would argue with each other and flap their wings about, so sitting here is an absolute joy even though the rain is drizzling down a little bit, but nature is very therapeutic indeed. Next, we moved on northbound and visited Aros Waterfall. It didn't take long from the car park to the waterfall, although the path can be quite wet and muddy. This waterfall is not holding back one bit. It looks like it's gushing out a very full load of accumulated rainwater that's continuously been bucketing down for days, which has made Aros Waterfall very vigorous at the moment. And finally, the star of the show, Tobermory is the capital of the Isle of Mull. The colorful harbour front buildings near the ferry pier, making it one of the prettiest ports in Scotland. You can have a look at the link in the description for more information about the town. Although it's very tempting to eat here because it's the capital of Mull and it sure has a lot of decent options here, but my husband has something else planned out, so we're going to head round to the west of the island and have some dinner at Amberlin restaurant in a village called Deraig. It is a very scenic route that wiggles along these 3 lakes that I couldn't pronounce. But along this B8073 road, we're going to zigzag down past the marsh of Deraig village onto a more private bit where Amberlin restaurant is located. So if you have time and as long as the weather allows, there is a car park at the end of the 3 connected lakes called Lochfriesa parking. There is a lot of hiking opportunities around here as well. We didn't know what to expect at Amberlin restaurant, but I was so impressed. Their foods were so delicious. I was so skeptical when my husband ordered a mushroom curry because I'm from Thailand and none of the restaurants in the foreign countries can top what I had in Thailand. But oh my god, Amberlin, you surprised me. Their mushroom curry was so delicious. We've seen quite a few wildlife on Mull's single track roads. And it's not just the Highland coos we came across. If you notice, the bunch in the back is a small group of deer. We saw quite a few herds on this road trip as well, but they were a little too far away to be visible on my amateur camera. So we've ticked all the boxes of our things to do and see on the Isle of Mull. It's been a very pleasant journey despite the rain. If you like my video, please click like, share and subscribe if you haven't already. In the next episode, we're going to take the ferry back to the mainland and continue our short journey to Oban, Stirling, Falkirk and back to London. So stick around. Thank you for watching. Bye now.